Greetings and welcome to the Energy of Leo. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. We'll go ahead and get started. No fluff, no too much of a pre-buff here. We're not going to go into discourse about nonsense. So for now, we're going straight into the reading. Firstly, I'll start off with a bit of karma, karmic reading for the month of June 2023, and then we'll go into the quantum triangle. It's a new reading devised by the Twin Sun. And we'll go ahead and get started with that. Okay. Okay, well, interesting. Okay. Excuse me. So, first things first. Pardon. We have two aces here, the Ace of Swords in the future position in terms of karma. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Something that you planted led to a point of culmination. There is a sense of rest and relaxation. You're being rewarded with something that you're not choosing to do, but it has to do with Maya. It has to do with the realm of illusion, meaning that an illusion is offered to you. This offering is a gift, but you can't figure out if that is a gift or not. The idea here is to find the voice that will inform you. There's a voice that is hidden in the future that will inform you in terms on an oracular level. It'll give you a message. You will have a download. Okay, now what you do with this information in terms of this is up to you, but you are being gifted with something. This is wisdom. It comes from the veil, and it comes through the veil, but it is, it has to be sort of diluted. It has to be strained or sieved in order to find what the real message is. Excuse me. This has to do with the heart of hearts, the Holy Grail. Trying to figure out what that is up to you. You have to look deeply within. There's something about you that is going through a process of contemplation for this month. This has to do with your most inner desires, your most emotional catharsis. This has to do with purgation, and it also has to do with really getting rid of illusions in your life. Don't worry, you will know what this is once it comes up. You just have to gain your power. Find a sense of emotional stability by being objective and by not partaking in the toxic elements of duality. Okay, I'm talking about not partaking in wearing the world of illusion as a cloak. Okay, so this has to do with clear sight. Something that you've been working on is good health in the past, a commitment, work, and also a new page that's going to pay off. You're being gifted with something. You don't know if it's something that you want. For example, you're given money, and I don't know if you believe in the system of it. Something like that. You're given something to value, but it might come with strings attached. Sorry, just getting over some allergies and some sort of thing with allergies. Now, the information that is streaming towards you, you have to be careful with because it comes loaded with emotions. With not only that, some sort of feeling, and I think it's very important to be detached from that, to understand that we still feel, that you're not numb, that even in numbness there's something that you feel, but there's a protective quality about you, wherein, especially when it comes to love or the transactions of love, the thing is that someone's going to send you this, but you don't know if it's real or not. You don't know if, it's being used as, let's say, a weapon or it's a love bomb. The idea here is to come pure with what makes you happy within. If you're already sustained and your cup is already full, then it's like you are going to a watering hole, and it's an oasis, but you don't need anything. You don't need anything, and that's fine. I think it's important to note what you've been working on, to also note that you are being sent information. This information will be a platform for you to scale and do a great number of things, especially when it comes to your seventh house, primarily seventh. I see that there is a period of getting gifts, but in these gifts, you don't know if they truly are a gift for you. Don't question it, accept it, and then try to figure out what it means for you in terms of its authenticity, the gift, okay? What is authentic to you in terms of a gift? Does it help you feel sustained? Keep working, I think, and that has to do with your own gifts, the ones that you have been growing and fulfilling yourself with in terms of your own empowerment. Has nothing to do with others. Now we're moving into the quantum triangle, into the quantum field. We'll go ahead and get started with that. It's a 6-card spread, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy. This is experimental. It has to do with phase relationships. It has to do with the present moment, ascending in that present moment, the past and the future, and it also has to do with overlap, overlay, and yeah, what emerges out of it is the ability to pull in a timeline that would fit accordingly, or to jump timelines, to maybe even time travel. Excuse me. Pollen is really intense here. Okay. Okay. You are being called to. You are very empowered, at least in the month of June. I mean, you're always empowered, always. In the month of June, essentially, what I see within the triangle is the ability to ascend and to honor your path. This has to do with the inner work you've been doing. You are called to balance out the direction of your life. You have a lot of potential, and something has been calling you. It's a past situation. This past situation has to do with retracing your steps back to the instability of nurturing. Something where there was like a situation with family or a close situation that was extremely intimate, trying to understand your expression in that, why you expressed it or why you hid your expression in that, why you couldn't find in this person the proper mirror to clearly identify your own shadow, let's call it. There's something about that where you are called to figure out what's going on there. You have the choice to reanimate the situation. You've taken the steps essentially away from it. Now there's all of this empowerment that you have, an own inner world that is yours, a sanctum that is yours, a temple that is yours, a body that is yours, an emotional body that is yours, that is really intensely, beautifully programmed to be stable and to bring forward life, your own life. But you're being called essentially to figure out if you want to cut something out, something that you left behind, something that forced you to look deeply into your own shadow as you were looking into the face of someone who was mirroring your energy in terms of the shadow. So the idea here, excuse me, is to figure out where you really want to go. is to figure out if the potential is right, if the timing is right, and to figure out where you really want to go, because you're called between the past and the future. Your present moment has to do with great manifestation, cardinal water, and the ability to let the river flow, or to dam it up and to get a lot of power in it and have some sort of reserve. It really is up to you. You are empowered to use all the potential you have to bring forward judgment on a past way of doing things, especially when it comes to sort of abandoning or sort of running away from trauma that you shared with another person in a connection that was very strong, that forced you to look into your shadow, especially when it comes to your desires with Taurus in the North Node in the past. In the future, there's something about Gemini season where a secret will be given to you, a secret form of intuition, wherein you are going to be able to make and create campaigns, new projects, and these are going to be very, very fortunate. There's something about you that is privy to knowledge of the ages, a different way of thinking, learning new languages, coming up with secrets, and sort of spilling the beans when it comes to that. It's as if you're going to use the wheel against itself to, sort of use the machine to use that dynamo to generate something. Whatever you want can be yours, but you have to come up with a way so that the information that you're given, that you're being given, that you can channel right now from the infinite, from a higher source of potential infinite wisdom, can be used, but you have to do it rightly. Yeah, I think that's what you're called to do. The choice is yours. I mean, really, you've already called judgment on a situation that was not good for you. But at the same time, there's something about that path wherein you can sort of highlight and underscore why you did the way you did things when it comes to a commitment that was very fixed, that was very grounding. But also something about it where the changing dimension of the sun, the twin sun, the dark side of the moon, and the north and south node of the moon are very highly accentuated in the past. They were accentuated so that you knew what your desires were, you knew where your fallback is, you went back inside. And in this, there's clear judgment in looking at this past, calling out for what it is, and potentially moving into a period in which you are initiated, in which you have the power and you are empowered to have the gift of insight, intuition, big time intuition. So use that information as you will. I see no trouble. Other than that, I do wish you well. Be careful of the gifts people give you. Make sure they're not loaded, that they don't come with algorithms, that they don't come with spells, and that the realm of expectation is set aside, okay, when it comes to especially gifts that are supposed to be gifts, that are supposed to be, let's call them unconditional, or they're more like offerings as opposed to a sacrifice, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, ciao, see you soon, bye.